Today I want to do a video on a VCR that's not necessarily all that fancy. It's pretty boring, pretty plain, but I've actually grown to like it and have been using it pretty often. It's a Sanyo VHR-5420. It is a 4-head mono VCR, and I picked this up for free when I was grabbing some electronics from someone. He gets old office supply equipment, old electronics furniture from offices. Same guy I got the MTC VCR with the Shintom interiors from. And this was just sitting in a bin of stuff he was going to scrap. I asked if I could have it. He said, yeah, go for it. And it's absolutely mint except for the missing door. And I don't know for the life of me why that door was removed. You can see there's some scratches here, so it's like someone just pried and pulled it open. The best I can figure is that this was used in conjunction with like a security camera system. And this was maybe so that they could record off their security camera system onto a tape for police if there was an incident. It looks like it has almost no use. It works like it's brand new. And the linear audio on this is great. I have some more modern VCRs with like Samsung mechanisms inside, and the linear audio just sucks on these newer machines. It's like they just did a low pass filter and just cut out all the high frequencies and just said, screw it, we got rid of the hiss, you're getting nothing. And older machines like this just seem to play better and record better too. It's not just, one machine, maybe the head might be out from the other one. My first brand new VCR I bought was a GE VG42 something, or I'll post a picture of it right now. And I remember going to Walmart with my dad, and I'd saved up and I was going to buy this brand new VCR, and my choices were one that had hi-fi stereo but no VCR plus, and one that was mono 4-head but had VCR plus. And he convinced me that VCR plus would have been way more useful than hi-fi stereo because my TV wasn't stereo. So yeah, I'm going to rant about this. The guy at the store obviously didn't know the difference because it was Walmart. And he didn't, because hi-fi is way more important when you're recording on like SLP or EP mode. I think the VCR called it SLP that I bought. Like even on SP mode, the quality is far superior. It's not just that you get 2 channels, because otherwise that would just be like the old linear stereo, which was pointless. Unless you wanted to watch in surround, and even then it wasn't great. This gave clarity and better audio. And now I was coming from older, like 80s and 90s machines that if you recorded an SLP, played an SLP, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but I mean, you could hear things. And this GE model that I bought was just shit for audio. But I bought it, I was committed to it. So all my stuff I recorded off TV, all my Simpsons, all my cartoons that I would painstakingly commercial cut had garbage audio, and that's just how it was. And I've found that a lot of my modern hi-fi VCRs that I've been using, when it comes to digitizing a tape that's in mono, they just suck. I just can't get good audio out of them. I've taken to using this little Sanyo, this little reliable VCR, for digitizing any tapes that aren't recorded in hi-fi stereo. And the best part is it came with the remote. And if you've watched my video on the Sanyo Betamax recently, I grabbed a newer Sanyo remote. You'll recognize this remote because it's exactly the same as the one I showed in that video. So if we want to go through some of the features on this, get rid of this other remote, incompatible remote. It does have on-screen programming. I've already set the clock and everything, so if I go and hit program here, face it in front there, the usual language, clock, channel set allows you to add and remove channels or auto program. You can set timers, program check clear, again for the timers. VCR setup is your initial setup for cable or antenna. And you can turn off auto tracking too, which is nice. So if it's going to start bouncing around when you're digitizing, you can just set it to manual only. And you have your manual tracking control, which is same as channel. Yeah, I've programmed in all the channels that I have going through the house right now for analog. I can go through them right now. Got this one. Let me grab the right remote. Security, Seinfeld, and the Weather Channel, which has music now. Yeah. All right, let's pop into tape. And it's got those usual, just awful loading sounds that these Sanyos tend to have. But
I mean, he's a goddamn rookie, for Christ's sake. You gonna be impressed with a 500-foot home run?
Good picture, good sound. Pause, play, fast forward, rewind, making it pause. Got the different slow speeds. And what's nice too is you'll notice the on-screen display isn't going crazy like some modern VCRs do. I know the Hitachi models of this era, every time you did anything, the entire on-screen display would go on. I have that 1988 RCA that's made by Hitachi, that late 80s, one with a linear stereo that I did a video on. And that thing, every time you do anything on it, boom, you get play, counter, channel, and date and time, the whole slew of it. So for SP tapes, it's quite nice. Oh, and just as a side note, this can record an LP in 1994. That makes me happy. Always love seeing a VCR support the underdog speed. Oh, those sounds. So this is a tape that was recorded, I'd say sometime in the mid-2000s, I think. No idea who recorded it, but yeah, like this is newer stuff here. Let's unmute.
That outfit. Are you going goth? Do you still sleep with a stuffed panda?
And it,
Fraternity to pass that in? Is there anything else you need for your procedure?
it's hard to convey over this crappy TV speaker.
I'm sorry, is it a vasectomy to you or a vasectomy to me?
But the sound on it's excellent. And if I play this on my modern Sony, which I believe is Samsung, the sound just sucks. It's just like, that sounds amazing for something recorded in EP. Like, absolutely amazing. I'm gonna fast forward till we get to a commercial, and then I'll pipe some of this into an like a direct encode so you can hear the sound quality. And then I'll play the same tape on the Sony for comparison, so you can see what I'm up against here. A little fast forward, a little rewind, pause on the stash, and yeah, like it's excellent, 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 excellent. Here's the insides. This is when they're, I think it's from around 1994. This is when we're getting to having the power supply on the same board, and switching power supply on the same board as everything else inside here. So it's getting to that stage where things were getting built down to a price. It's got that drop down pinch roller, which I find neat. I think some of the newer Panasonics had this, like 4000 series. So you can watch when it drops in here. It pulls the tape all the way out. So instead of having, I don't really have a good light here, instead of having the capstan and pinch roller over here, pulls it all the way out and then follows this path here. So it's like if someone drew an M and then went, ugh, M. Not sure why that is. I don't know if anyone wants to comment. Maybe there's like some price advantage or performance advantage to this design. So that's it. That's my Sanyo VHR, what did I say, 5420? Yeah, 5420. It's my little find that I didn't expect to find that actually does an excellent job. And I really wish I had the door for this and this wasn't scuffed up, because that's the only damage to this. Otherwise, it's minty. Oh, and yeah, let's take a look at the back. For those that care about the back of this, I mean, pretty standard, your RF, your audio in and out. One nice thing, this has a removable power cable. Just kind of these boombox style ones that are polarized, so it's flat on this side here. But yeah, like you could just put this into a Panasonic or Sony boombox of the time, and not sure why that was removable on this, but nice. Very nice.
A 3-year-old Romanian girl arrived to join her adoptive parents. She may be the last child to leave Romania for some time. The Romanian government has halted all foreign adoptions until it forms a committee to oversee them. Diana Swain has more. A 3-year-old Romanian girl arrived to join her adoptive parents. She may be the last child to leave Romania for some time. The Romanian government has halted all foreign adoptions until it forms a committee to oversee them. Diana Swain has more.